Hi, I'm Tracy from Hockey Site, and today we're going to go through how to score a game. I'm going to minimize myself so you can see my screen. All right, so here we are at the South Australia Underwater Hockey website. So I'm going to walk through how to score a game. We have a bunch of games on tomorrow that kick off this season. I'm going to fudge a little bit and say one of them starts today. So this game I've said starts today, so we're going to use it as an example so that we can go through what happens on game day. So what gonna want to do is you'll have a scorer that's already an admin, but they're just gonna log in, and then there's going to be an admin link up here, so you can go to the admin area, and this is where you can do all of this kind of thing. So when it's game day, you'll see today's games come up, and there'll be a whole list of them. All three will come up. Today we only have one because I've just switched this game to be on Tuesday instead of Wednesday just for this example. So what you can do is you just come to this log game page and you click it. This is where you're going to log the game. I'm just going to walk through the basics, and then we'll come back and talk about some of the more complicated sections. But for now, all you have to do is mark all the present players. And so we're just going to select who shows up on the day. And then we'll do the same for the other team. If you need to change a jersey number, you can do that by just typing in the number. There's a little setting right here that says make jersey number changes permanent. So if you check that, it's going to keep number 11 for this guy. And if you uncheck it, it'll just change it for that game. You can also update colors if needed, if it's more visually helpful to mark these guys in some kind of colors. If people are wearing colors for their team, you can update the colors. You can do that for both teams. Maybe these guys are wearing a lot of red. Maybe it's helpful to show them in red. Maybe I'll put red for the main color and then maybe a little gray for the other color. So once you have your players marked as present, you can move on to the game sheet. This is where you're going to do most of your game logging. First, you're going to want to set your clock. This one's set to 15 minutes. I'm going to change it to 12 minutes. I do that by hitting set clock, setting the time I want, and hitting set clock again. I note that this is the first half. That's great because that's where we're starting. And then I'm going to hit play to get that clock going. Okay, so action's begun. I'm the scorekeeper. I'm keeping an eye on what's going on. I might even have a phone that's waterproof in the pool. And something happens, somebody scores, and I'm going to add a goal. So I hit that big add goal button. It's going to log the time. I'm going to select a player. Let's say Ellie scores, and we'll submit the goal. And that's how easy it is to track the goals. And that's all you need to do. Every time somebody scores, just select the name, and you are tracking statistics that everyone will appreciate. That's basically all you need to do. Now, if you wanted to, you could track penalties. You could, we'll just select use clock time. We'll select the person that's getting the penalty. Let's say it's Mike here. We'll say it's a 1 minute penalty. It's a time penalty, and maybe he did a stick infringement. So we'll start the penalty, and that will clock on for him. You don't need this. You can always hit clear if you don't need it. If you need to edit any of these statistics, you can hit show individual goal details, and you'll get a log on who scored. And maybe we want to change that first goal. Maybe it wasn't Ellie, maybe it was Murray. And so we'll submit that, and now we have Murray Phillips instead of Ellie. And the same with individual penalty details. You can always update the person if you need to. So the same with the other team. If they score, you can hit add goal. We'll give Roy a goal here, and then we'll give Roy another goal. He's doing good. And just on that note, you can always change this if you need to, right in the stat box. If you need to alter the time for any reason, if you forgot to log one and it's a couple minutes back, you can do that. If you wanted to use buzzers, I know you guys have an underwater buzzer, but if you wanted to use the buzzers for people above ground, you can enable goal horns and enable buzzers. You can do that there. I'll just show you what it sounds like. And if you enable goal horns when you click somebody scored, Wave Warrior score. Another goal to Ellie. We'll submit goal. So now it's all tied up, 3-3. Let's pretend it's the end of the first half. So let's just make the clock go to like 5 seconds. So this clock's going to tick down. And then the period's over. Okay, now we're going to get set up for the second half. So we select second half from here, and we're going to set up our 12 minutes. Set clock, and go. If you guys have a timeout, you can hit timeout. It'll just show up here and count down. As a scorer, you might need to just keep an eye on that so you can say when it's time to go back on. You can clear it with the clear button. If you have intermissions, you can click start intermission, and that time will click down. And when it's time to basically, let's get rid of this tie. Let's say somebody's going to win. It's fun when you're playing, but sometimes when you're doing a demo, that loud noise is annoying. Anyways, we'll give another goal to these guys. And let's pretend that our game has ended. So the game's over, and the last thing you need to do is log the official game result, and this will set up the final result. You can give player awards here like this if you wanted to, and then finalize scoreboard. That's it. That's all you have to do. I said that this game has been logged, so let's go check out what happens when that is the case. So you'll see here we've got a final score. Yes, we see hide awards is on. Awards are visible to administrators only in this section, but I'm an administrator at this stage, so I can see them. So we've got our 3 awards. We just don't have a picture of Murray yet. So this looks pretty cool. When we go back to the season page, you'll see that this game has been logged and this table's been updated. Team pages, this all updates. Stats will like update. You'll get goals here and goals per game. So one other thing that I wanted to come back and show are these icons. This is a game credit icon. So it says that this game credit has been applied to this game. This is one way you can see that if a game credit has been applied, you can see if somebody's paid for that game with a game credit. And another way is maybe they have a membership, and so it'll show everybody's memberships. So maybe you see one of these Q2 memberships and that Roy has, and so that lets you know that he's also all paid up, so you don't have to chase him up. So that's how you log a game.